Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, another exciting day. We got ourselves a rebuild. It's a 2017 Ford F250. It's gas, not diesel, but it's got low miles. It's only got about 65,000 miles or 80,000 miles, and it's a king wrench. So let's go check it out. And also, I only paid $16,300 was the winning bid for this thing, which I think is a good deal. It's a long bed, full size, fully loaded, in my opinion, two-tone, good looking truck. And it's a gas, so some people like gas, some people like diesel. Depends what you're gonna use it for, but this thing will be a nice rolling truck. Let's go around and check out the good, the bad, and see if it's worth fixing. As you guys can see, front end is good. So a lot of these front end parts are really expensive, especially these headlights. The body is aluminum, so it's kind of a lot of work to do it, but everything's looking really good. It's front end's good. And then we come to the bad side. So it looks like he got sideswiped. I think he hit a barricade or something like that, maybe a semi truck, because the bottom's all good. It's about this to right here, you know. The door trim got somehow nailed, maybe from the mirror, but fender, pretty cheap. Doors, they fit off F250s, really cheap. This one's really cheap. No airbags deployed, which is a plus. And it has 8-foot bed. So around here, 8-foot beds, the whole bed complete sells for about $800, and you don't have to do anything. So we're probably just getting a new bed, 2 new doors, a fender, repair this, and since no airbags deployed, we'll be done. Paint it, and this thing should be done under a week. That's pretty good repairs, and then we should get this thing for sale. But look at that interior. We got some parts inside, no big deal. That's a really good sign. We got the door panel, we got the tail lights. I think the rear bumper's in here, but the front end, look at that. Nice brown interior, looks pretty sweet. But next step is to get this thing inside the shop. We're gonna take the bed off, go get the doors. We have to get them painted, trimmed out. We'll probably trim it all off and then fix the side skirt. We got a lot of work, so let's go inside the shop and start working. Alright guys, so we got the truck inside the shop. Started raining outside, the windows are down, they're busted, so we might as well start getting work on this thing. So I already went ahead and ordered a fender. A fender was only, our cost, $260. Not bad. This emblem, kind of expensive, $200. This mirror, oh my goodness. This mirror is almost, I think, $1,200 from the dealer. I'm looking for a used one, maybe put it together. If I can't buy it, $1,200 for a mirror, because it folds, it moves, a blind spot, that's, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. We got a door, $400, not a big deal. Another door, $400, not a big deal. The bed, so I just messaged the guy, tomorrow we're gonna pick up some beds. Cheap, $400 for a complete bed, which is cheap. And we'll, I guess, fix some more. The cab corner, this should be fixed, no problem. We got this guy, not a big deal. And then we'll come back here. We have these moldings. The moldings from the dealer are kind of ridiculous. This one's $300, that one's $150, which is kind of ridiculous, but ours is a little scratched up. We're gonna fix them, put new clips in it, not a big deal. Got new stickers, $25. And the tail light. The tail light has a blind spot, so they're kind of expensive. And if it's LED, it's expensive. So $300 for a tail light, kind of expensive, you know? When you add it up, if it had like a cheap tail light, it would have been $80. So just like that, the parts are kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. So we'll start tearing this thing apart, take this bed off, take that door off, start doing some fiberglass, and get straight to it. All right, so just like that, went ahead and picked up a new bed. It was way cheaper than getting one, you know, a piece. So, and I got a good deal. So roughly this costing me like $400 a bed. So I guess we can need to get more F250s. Let's hit the road. All right, guys, so the plan is we grind it all down. We're gonna heat it up, and I took it in the back, and we're gonna try to just push it through and just pop some of those dents out. It is aluminum, so it should come out not too bad, but we'll see how it is when we start pushing. Let's heat it up and see what happens. All right, just like that, we got this thing taped. Everything else is painted, which is nice. So we're gonna put a little bit of paint right here because it's gonna blend here, paint a little bit up there, and mostly the paint right here. So not that much. This should go pretty quick. About probably 4 to 5 coats and we'll be done. So let's get to it. All right, so just like that, we are ready to paint. So we got these parts doors, had a little nick, put a little primer on it, scratched, fixed it up. That door, we stripped them all the way down, the glass, stripping, everything. So we're gonna gem them in and out. And since it's a two-tone, we're gonna take a while to paint this thing. So we got the fender flares, I actually fixed them. A little bit of body work, a couple little scratches actually weren't that bad. So not too bad. Also the bed that we picked up today, we're ready to paint. So we scuffed it. This saves us a lot of time and it made sense. And our fender came in. So there's a bunch of parts that we gotta paint. First thing we gotta do is paint this gray or brown with two-tone. And then we'll let everything dry. We're gonna mask everything off and then we'll go with the other color. I think it's the blue. So let's go ahead and start mixing up the paint. I already wiped everything down and put it down. Let's get to it.
All right, guys, there we go. Just like that, F250 is looking good. I'm just gonna go inside, and basically it's gonna start raining any minute now. I see a couple drops already coming down. So let's go ahead and talk about how much we got it for, the damage before, what it looked like to get into this beauty right here, running drive and making it look good. Okay, so the final bid was $16,300, which honestly I don't think is that bad for a 2017 F250 King Ranch. That little title at the back at the end, make, model, ooh, definitely makes a price difference. So even though we got it for $16,300 at the end after fees, just the lot fee, blah blah blah, it was $17,500. So you have to look at that. Just because the winning bid isn't going to be the final number, you still got about 10 to 15%, sometimes 20% on top of that sticker price just to get it out the gate. There goes the rain, guys, but hopefully you can hear me okay. After that, we still have to do shipping, getting it back to our yard, which was $540, because it's a big boy. A lot of people don't even want to move these kind of vehicles, being, you know, 8-foot bed, 4x4. Good thing it wasn't a diesel, but if it was, they probably don't even want to fork it against their regulation, and the towing is on you. So you have to watch out for that when getting a big boy truck like this. Moving it around is not easy. Even at the yard, you know, getting it here to the shop is a different story, but even there, they say they bend their forks and they don't want to load them. So it's always an issue getting it loaded. So $550, getting it to our shop, I'm happy with that, not too bad. Next thing we had was fender decals, $172. Taillight was $300 because it's got that sensor in the back, and that's without the computer. This door was $800. The mirror was $763. Dang, it's an expensive mirror. Paying close to $300. The bed was $1,800. Wow, guys, the bed was definitely a little bit going on. We got some spacers for $150. Hubcap, I guess a little centerpiece, $150. Miscellaneous, $200. Yeah, there's a bunch of other little things here and there, decals and little mirrors and pieces like that. And this is just the parts themselves. So the vehicle plus the parts, you're looking at over $22,500 just on the parts. And there's probably still more things that we didn't anticipate. I think we just bought a battery for like $200. I still have to check out a couple more things. So you're looking at $23,000 pretty easily. And that's us, you know, shopping around, waiting for a good deal, trying to find the best deal kind of thing and getting it. So $23,000 so far in it without any labor, any overhead, any other kind of thing, not our time included. $23,000 as it sits right now. So that initial winning bid for $16,300 over to $23,000. That's $6,700 just on parts, and you know what I mean, fees and this and that. So just kind of things you have to watch out for, you know, getting a truck. Even though the damage didn't look that bad, you know, I would say the side swipe kind of thing, rear bumper, definitely a lot of little parts here and there. Door handle, fender, front grille. Sheesh. Tire was flat, got that fixed. That rear bumper itself expensive, but luckily the airbags didn't blow, so it wasn't anything too serious there. We didn't get it reprogrammed, SRS module, seatbelts, none of that, so that's nice. But hey, it's running great, just need some gas in it, you know, that's about it. 65,000 miles on it. Shoot, I'm happy. So this is more like our daily shop life kind of thing. Buy something on the auction, fix it up and sell it. So we're going to put it on the market soon. I'm going to drive it around for a little bit, test it out, make sure everything's working properly as it should, and yeah, move on to the next truck. So I hope you guys like this quick rebuild, not too much, not going too crazy at it, but hey, just showing you what we're doing. There's definitely profit to be made. I still think these trucks are worth a lot of money, so hopefully enough meat in the bone to make some money on top, because we're not just doing it for fun. This is how we support our families, you know, so this is what we do, but really happy with it. Definitely fun, and I think this project turned out pretty good, so I'm stoked about it. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave some comments down below if you want to continue seeing our daily projects that we do here and there, the rebuilds, or you want me to see Copar walkarounds. I could do both, not a problem. But thanks guys, make sure you stay tuned for next time.